Hello all heroes and welcome back to Invincible guarding the globe. It's been a minute. Not for any dramatic reason like in the past, I've just been busy, so such is life. But as a result, we have quite a few events to go over. First of all, we're going to go ahead and hit the headliner here of the day, which is the Faction Alert. Now, as of time of recording and uploading, we'll have just under a day left, but that's actually just enough time to do what you need to do, because this one is very unique. Reading through the description here, access the GDA Alert global countermeasures to collect from worlds beyond heroes. Passing Wave 10 will grant you a 50% chance of obtaining an elite hero. Make sure to fulfill all the missions to obtain more rewards. So, this is the unique thing. First of all, it's kind of like a faction event, only instead of a summoning event, it's a GDA op event. And it's interesting because we have this particularly interesting event here where you get your potential rewards being a character. But what makes this unique is that it's only a 2-minute op. That's it. Turbo short. And then if you get past wave 10, you get that 50% chance of getting an elite hero. I have not done this yet, so I actually have no idea what it looks like, if I'm being totally honest, but basically I'm just going to send in my strongest peeps. I'm going to turn off the auto for now. Well, we're going to see pretty quickly how fast it ramps up. If it ramps up at all, which I'm fairly certain it will, but we'll see. It's not like a boss event like the Think and Act events. This one is actually like proper waves. So I guess just the question is, how far can you get in that teensy-weensy 2-minute period? Because that is tiny. It also seems to be specifically themed with From World Beyond enemies, so we're getting a lot of Flaxen leaders, Viltrumites, Battle Beasts, Universa, and more. I, for one, would definitely like to collect some Battle Beasts, but any From World Beyond characters would suit me right down to the core. So this is Wave 7. We're not encountering any difficulties yet, honestly. Doesn't look like it scales up quite as aggressively as Think and Act does. So as long as you do have some halfway decent muscle, I mean, I suppose my muscle's a little beyond halfway decent, but if you have powered up heroes that are pretty good at what they do, you should be able to get it to wave 10 without an egregious amount of difficulty. I would test it out with weaker teams, but these tickets are a little premium, so I'm hesitant to waste a perfectly good attempt. Yeah, okay, got through. That's wave 11. I'm not going to check the rewards yet. I want it to be kind of a surprise to see what we get. Yeah, you know what? Honestly, I don't even need to have their attacks. They blast through it just fine, and it takes up too much time for the animations. So we'll keep auto off. Okay. That's wave 13 cleared. Probably won't get through this one, because 1, 0, and that is it. Okay, what do we get here? Okay, I mean, for hitting wave 14, we got 3 Flaxen leaders and 1 Damien Darkblood. So, that means we lost the coin toss. But 4 heroes in 2 minutes, that's still not half bad. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get that started again. We'll check back on that in just a second. But if we actually take a look at the event page, go back over here, we do have missions. These missions will allow you to actually get the cards. First one here is logging in on 3 different days. That one, if you've been doing the event, you probably already have that one completed like I do. We have one for recruiting 10 heroes from Faction from Worlds Beyond. Very much ties in directly to this event, but this also counts anybody you get from things like the Schools Out GDA Alert or from the recruitment shop. So any From World Beyond heroes will count towards that. That gives you some extra freebies. And then actually completing the Global Countermeasures event will give you a freebie every so often. Additionally, of course, we do have the usual shop. If we go to event deals here, all the paid stuff, but we do have some gemmable ones down here at the bottom. Now, a couple interesting things to note here. This one you can get for 350 gems, but you only get 1. This one you can get for 400 gems, but there's not a limit, at least not that I can see here. I mean, it's blank, so that leads me to believe that it's not restricted. That means you technically could buy as many of those as you want. Is it worth it? Well, like a 50-50 coin toss basically means that for 800 gems, you will get approximately one elite character, plus, of course, all the rare characters. I've seen better, I've seen worse. It really is a matter of opinion. Like I said in the past, I'm kind of been in saving mode for the next new character, honestly, and my savings are doing quite well. And I'm really not willing to change that now. I kind of feel like I'm doing pretty good. So, you know what? As cool as the event is, I mean, it is free heroes, which is never a bad thing. I think I'd still rather save my gems for the new character events because those tend to be the most profitable. But if you want to use your gems and get some extra from World Beyond heroes, like let's say you're almost to Omnipotent Plus with somebody, but you literally just need fodder, hey, go for it. Go nuts. Me, unfortunately, my situation is that my needs are a little more specific. I specifically need a lot of Battle Beasts. Now, I also need fodder for when I get Battle Beasts up to Legendary 5 stars. Yeah, but we're not there yet, so I'd be lying if I said I really needed an egregious amount of fodder right this second. So let's see what we got here. Oh! Now that is a fascinating note there. Lucan is actually in the event here, which also means this is my very first Lucan, which means Thula's probably in the event too. You see, that changes things. That changes things a little bit as far as the value goes. See, like I said, I was fine skipping it until I saw that. Okay, a little note that I just accidentally stumbled upon. The Viltrumites are in the event. Are they still not in the main summons? Yeah, they are still MIA on here, so okay, that changes things. Lucan's in there, and it stands to reason that Thula's probably in there too. That's a note to keep in mind. Interesting. So, yeah, if you're wanting a crack at some of the new Viltrumites, maybe this event is not something to be skipped. I don't know. It's hard to say. That one, admittedly, that shakes me a little bit. I'm not gonna lie. That is an interesting point. Oh, and that's a dossier. That's always nice. So, something to keep in mind there. Viltrumites are on the table. It's also rather convenient that I just got Lucan, because we do also have this very humorous Pot the Mustache event, where if you recruit Omni-Men, Lucans, or Angstroms, as you're recruiting them, you can actually get some dossiers. I think for Angstrom, when I got to 5, I think I actually got a gold dossier, if I'm not mistaken. This is a pretty long event that you just kind of chip at. Omni-Man and Angstrom are, of course, in the regular pool. I would, 5 minutes ago, I would have said that Lucan's kind of a pay-to-win situation, because you can only get Lucans from buying him. But apparently you can actually get Lucan from the current event, so yeah, I can't really make that point. Technically speaking, if you are lucky, a little late, but we got there eventually, if you are lucky, Lucan is on the table. So, kind of something to keep in mind there. And of course, we have all the usual stuff. We have this current GDA alert here to get Earth's Defenders heroes. Never a bad thing to have an additional source of freebies. This particular White Room event is going for the med kit. Nothing to write home about. If you have a spare team you can throw in here, sure, go for it. I don't really, I mean, I've got, I think, Darkwing 2, and that's it, which is not really enough to bother. But hey, if you need some artifact XP or you really want the med kit, that is an option. Let us check our progress here. Oh, no elites that time, but it looks like when you hit wave 10, you pretty consistently get upwards of 4 from World Beyond characters. So that's just kind of something to keep in mind there. As far as the tickets go, kind of circling back to that gem cost, since like I said, Viltrumites kind of changed things a little bit. These two are the ones you're going to want to go through first if you want to use your gems. The 350 right here, and then these are a pack of 5 for 1,075, or excuse me, 1,750 gems. Which if my quick math is not mistaken, equates to 350 gems per ticket. Just something to kind of keep in mind there. And then after that, you can buy pretty much an infinite number from here. If you, let's pretend like you had infinite gems. You would pretty much want to stop as soon as you max out this, the complete global countermeasures event, because of course, as you're doing your events, you're getting some extra tickets for your efforts. Once you tap this out, you kind of lose a little bit of value, just kind of something to keep in mind. Also, especially if you've maxed this out, then you're really starting to take a nosedive on your value. Just kind of something to keep in mind. So yeah, a very interesting event, especially considering this is the first time that the Viltrumites have actually been made available outside of their respective events. Just kind of, it definitely gives me pause at the very least. Makes me kind of wonder if I want to go for it. I don't know. I mean, it's great that I got my first Lucan because I needed a copy of him to be able to see what all of his upgrades are. So, you know, I can actually do a proper Lucan analysis video now, which, good news for me. But, I don't know. As far as raw value, it's pretty dang good. I mean, 350 for 4 rare heroes plus the chance of an elite. I'm gonna shoot even 400 for 4 rare heroes plus the chance of an elite. It's pretty good. Let's not deny that truth. Value-wise, that's pretty okay. Ooh, lost that one, but that's okay. So, you know, just keep in mind that in the next week or two, we'll probably get another free hero. Who knows what could happen, and eventually, Thula and Lucan will be made recruitable, I would expect. So, you know, make your own choices. Me, I'm probably not going to spend too many gems on this. I might spend a few, maybe I'll get a pack or two, but I'm going to still be trying to save my gems for upcoming events. But that is me. You all do what you want to do, because especially if you need some serious From World Beyond fodder, yeah, this is a dream come true for you, because that is a lot of aliens. That's a lot of aliens. But that is all we have for today. Let me know down in the comments below if you've pulled any Viltrumites from the Global Countermeasures event, and we shall see you next time. Have a good one.